Talking about talk boxes, man. Hell yeah.
Fun
Hell
stuff.
yeah. Welcome to an abridged version of Chuck Levin's Live. Today, Friday, it's July. We are celebrating the 70s now in our decades. Super awesome exploration through all the decades of music that we've been alive and around for. Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center. It's the 70s now. We're getting super funky with it today. We're talking about talk boxes.
Yeah, we are. How are you?
Easy for you to say.
The whole time, Tony's going to be talking exclusively on a talk box.
That's right.
Tell us about your rig.
We'll get into that in a second. I'm going to highlight a couple cool key features here because it's 70s. First most important piece of gear for the 70s is this sweet limited edition, bam, Chuck Levin's limited edition I'm with the band t-shirt. Because if you were in a band, you had to get down Chuck Levin's in your van. And if you're in a band now, you need the t-shirt because you probably don't have a van to ride around in. So you need this t-shirt. So get them while you can, only in July, only while we celebrate the 70s. Get them while you can. We're starting with this rig. Cool little, maybe not widely known fact. So Tony's using an American Vintage 2 75 Tele Deluxe. And if the lore is true and the picture that I have on my desk is accurate, then Robert Levin actually helped come up with the name of the Tele Deluxe to call it the deluxe version of the Tele back in the day. Cool. And so we have a little, there you have a little history that you might not have known. Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center thumbprint, part of the Tele Deluxe. There you go. Another little bit of history that we have in front of us today. Whoa, just messed up the whole rig.
It's okay.
Tony will plug it in.
We can plug it back in.
We'll fix that. But that thing on the ground next to that talk box, that is the elusive, the original Big Chutch wah-wah pedal. And there's a little story that goes along with it that is appropriate for the 70s. So in the early 70s, Jen was an Italian manufacturer of the wah pedals, and they were actually making the Crybabies for Dunlop and other Crybaby manufacturers at the time. So Chuck, like many others, called up Jen to make a limited run of pedals for Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center, and thus the Big Chuck was born. When they came in, the original Big Chuck wahs all had a bag, and on the bag it said Big Chutch.
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 Chuch.
Chutch. Little lost in translation on the handwritten purchase order that we were doing back in the 70s. And so they arrived, and Chuck, in his infinite wisdom, said, you know what? Just give me an extra deal, and I'll keep all the Chutches, and that is it. And so the story is born, the Big Chutch. For our 60th anniversary, we actually did a reissue run. So if you see some of those out there, they have the period-specific Chutch spelling on the bag. And we made only 60 of them to commemorate the 60 years that we were in existence. That was 5 years ago. So pretty cool. The one that Tony's playing right now is an original, the OG from the 70s. This is an original Big Chutch to keep this tone as 70s as possible. So, yeah, let's hear a bit of that.
That sounds like the 70s. That's a lot of chutch.
If that's not a 70s chutch, I don't know what is.
Making funky feeling. Sorry, I got funky.
Hey,
Felt a little
that's what we're
funky.
here. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. But what we're really here to talk about, Tony, is that talk box. So in the 70s, this little box called Talk Box came out. Dan, you're a resident circuit wizard here. What the hell's going on in Talk Box?
Good Lord, it's a lot of magic that's happening in that little box. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, but I believe there's a speaker inside of there, a horn,
A speaker driver.
a speaker driver that's driving air out of the straw. And when you manipulate the air that comes out of the straw, it resists and actually triggers the wah effect.
Your
Essentially.
mouth is the wah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, your mouth becomes the speaker.
So it's not like you're blowing into it, right? Like
Right. I'll do a little demo. You get
That is awesome.
You get the idea. You get the idea, don't you now?
Yeah. All right, there you have it, everyone. That is Talk Box Wah. Thanks for joining us. No, that's a sick effect.
let's talk about maybe some of the people that have used it in the 70s.
Who we got? I know you got Frampton.
I know we're about to have somebody on the screen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There we go. There he is, the man himself. Do you feel? Sorry, Frampton, for releasing that picture. If you're watching this.
But it's cool because you can also scat the note or sing the note instead of just. You can wow, 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 wow. Harmony kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's cool. So, but it's different than, like, was vocoder was also popular at the same time, but same, but totally different.
Totally different. The way it's manipulated, the way that the circuit works, all that stuff.
What kind of controls do you have on this talk box? Like, how do you have it set? Like, what are you doing when you're talk boxing?
You can affect how much volume you get totally across the board, or how much gain, like a little drive, you can add to it, a little distortion.
From the
you know,
speaker before it goes out the tube before it hits your microphone.
Exactly. So it's like an effect pedal as well. Whereas the old ones were just the speaker itself. There was no control over it. It was just a tube coming out
Cool.
of the box.
We've learned some things in the last 50 years and added 3 knobs to our talk boxes.
Now,
Yes.
as I understand it, they didn't come out in the 70s, but they were, I think the 70s was the era for the
When it
talk
hit
box.
it. When it hit it.
They originally played them on slide guitars, which sounded really cool, like some of the steel guitars. I don't know. You could just get some weird sounds with it, like Bon Jovi, "Living on a Prayer," the opener there. That's probably one of the most famous. If you can dream it up and put it through there, you can get some weird sounds.
A cool deal.
Very fun.
Did my phone just started playing it.
Always.
We have an attachment for a cell phone if you need it.
That's a little weird. I don't even know what. That's a little much for me. AI. I don't know about that.
All right.
What else we got to talk about in Talkbox Town?
We have some other things to talk about.
Oh.
We have TGIF today.
Oh, yeah. So today in Wheaton, we're having our second of the TGIF Friday events. We have Ricky Wise Trio playing today. I'm about to run outside and be a roadie and load up the stage. It's going to be awesome because I have my concert shirt ready. Yep, Fridays, the rest of the summer, next couple weeks. It's going to be a rocking time. Great local bands, powered by yours truly, Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center.
You get a free thumbs up if you're wearing a Chuck's t-shirt.
Extra thumbs up if you're seen wearing Chuck Levin's t-shirt. Be there or be square. What else is happening?
Well, we got. I mean, we got to get going for that show.
We got to get going. Guys, that's it. Tony's got a gig. We talk boxed. We talked. We did the thing. Yeah, Tony, play us out. Talk box, Big Chutch. That's the 70s. That's all you get today. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.